Hi, it's David Mintz from G4 Guitar Schools, and in this lesson we're going to be taking a look at what I call inside the bar chord. And we're going to be taking a look at 4 bar chords and approaches to learning them and playing them. Okay, and the 4 we're going to be taking a look at will be an F bar chord down here on the 1st fret, an F minor bar chord on the 1st fret. We're going to be taking a look at a B minor bar chord here on the 2nd fret, and also a B major bar chord here also on the 2nd fret. And we're going to look at how they break down and how we can relate to them using other chord shapes that we know. Okay, so here we go. So let's begin by taking a look at the F bar chord, which is played like this. Okay, now to play this chord we take our first finger and we bar across all 6 strings on the 1st fret. Our second finger goes here on the 2nd fret 3rd string. Third finger goes here on the 3rd fret 5th string. Little finger goes here on the 3rd fret 4th string. So that's our F bar chord. And this takes a good deal to learn because the first finger has to push down across all 6 strings while the other 2 fingers play this shape. Okay? So now, if we take a look inside this bar chord, we can break it into pieces, okay, and see what's going on, which will help us learn it and also to play it. Okay? Now, inside this shape, we have 4 F chords. And let me show you what I mean by that. I have an F chord here on the first 3 strings. I have an F chord here on strings 4, 3, and 2. I have an F chord here on the strings 5, 4, and 3. And also have an F5 chord here on strings 6, 5, and 4. Okay, so I've got 4 F chords inside this one shape. So let's break that down and take a further look. The very first one we looked at was here. My first finger is barring strings 2 and 1 on the 1st fret, and the second finger is coming over here and plays the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Those 3 notes themselves give me an F chord, or an F triad, a 3-note chord with the note to remember of F being here. So this is an F chord, and that will work for us. If I take my 3rd finger, put it here on the 3rd fret 4th string, and I play 3rd fret 4th string, 2nd fret 3rd string, 1st fret 2nd string, those 3 notes again are another F chord, an F triad, with this note here, 3rd fret 4th string, being the root. So then I have an F chord here, an F triad here, and I have an F chord here. Okay. If I then move this over a little bit and I take a look at this shape, okay, my 2nd finger still plays here, 2nd fret 3rd string. 3rd finger comes over and plays the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and the little finger plays underneath it on the 3rd fret 4th string. Okay, alright. This shape here looks like our E chord. E chord will be played here. It's exactly the same shape. The fingering has changed so I can get the bar in, but the note shape is the same. So it's an E-shaped chord played here. And in here I have my notes with the F note being here, okay, on the 3rd fret 4th string, which is held down by my little finger. So the notes on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string also give me an F chord. Okay. So let's recap. I have an F chord here at the top, strings 3, 2, 1. I have an F chord in the middle, strings 4, 3, 2. And I have an F chord here on strings 5, 4, 3. Okay, so there's 3 F chords. The last one to look at will be an F power chord, or an F5, which I can play here from taking my first finger on the 1st fret 1st string for the root note of F. 3rd finger comes over and plays the C note here, 3rd fret of the 5th string. That gives me a C5. And I can also double the F note here on the 3rd fret 4th string. So I end up with F here, the 5, and F there. So I've got my F power chord, or my F5. Okay. So again, we have an F triad here, an F triad here, an F triad here, and an F5 chord there. And you can find all these shapes inside this chord. So if we break it down this way to learn it, okay, it makes it easier for us to learn, I think, okay? And also from a playing point of view, we don't always need to play a full F bar chord. We can play, okay, parts of it. Okay. Let's now take a look at the B minor bar chord played here on the 2nd fret with the shape looking like this. Okay, so the first finger bars the first 5 strings on the 2nd fret. My second finger plays here, 3rd fret, 2nd string. Third finger plays here, 4th fret on the 4th string, and the little finger plays underneath it on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And that gives me my B minor bar chord, with the root note being under the first finger here on the 2nd fret, 5th string, the note of B. Okay, that gives me my B minor bar chord. Okay. Now, let's dig inside this bar chord and see what we can learn from it, okay? The first thing we can see, hopefully, is that this shape is the same shape as A minor. There's my A minor shape down here, okay? The same shape, although the fingers A minor will be played like this, but to play the bar chord, my fingers have changed to allow me to get the first finger here, but you can see that the finger shape, or the note shape we're holding down, is exactly the same. So here's A minor, here's B minor. It's the same thing. So all we've done is to change the root note of, from A minor here, we've got the root note on the open A string, okay? Gives us A minor. We've come up 2 frets, and our first finger has barred all the way across to get this root note here. So that gives me B minor, okay? Okay. Now, taking that, we can see right in the middle here that this 3-note chord here, the A minor shape, is also a B minor chord, a B minor triad, a 3-note chord, with the root note being B here on the 4th fret, 3rd string. So that on its own, okay, is a B minor chord, a B minor triad. Okay. If we go above that and we look at what's happening on the top 3 strings, we would have the B note here, this note here on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and this note here on the 2nd fret, 1st string. Okay. We have another B minor triad. Okay. So inside our chord shape, there's our bar. We've got our first finger here. Okay. We've got this note here, and 3rd finger there. You can see those notes are actually inside our bar chord. So this becomes B minor. This also becomes B minor, with the important note to remember being this note here is the root note, okay? 4th fret on the 3rd string being B. B minor, okay? B minor, okay? The whole bar chord is also B minor, okay? And then we have the root note here, okay? Now, what we also have inside this chord actually is not a B minor chord, it's actually a B5 chord, where we have our root note here of B. 3rd finger plays here on the 4th fret, 4th string for the note of F sharp, being the 5th. There's B5. Now we can actually double the B note here on the 4th fret, 3rd string. So we get a B power chord or a B5, okay? So out of this one chord shape here, okay, of the B minor bar chord, we have a B minor triad here, we have a B minor triad here, okay, and we have a B power chord or a B5 chord. So let's take a look now at the F minor bar chord, which is played like this, okay? So if we've reviewed the video, which is the F major bar chord here, it's exactly the same shape, but we take our 2nd finger away, giving me the F minor bar chord with the root note being held down by the 1st finger here on the 1st fret, 6th string for the note of F. Okay, so there's B minor. Okay, now in the same way as you did with the other chords, let's dig inside and see what we can find. So if we again start from the first string, okay, if I'm barring, okay, my first string is going to come across and actually bar the first 3 notes, okay. So I'm barring with the bottom of the finger here, as you can see here, okay. We're going to come over and just play the first 3 notes as a bar with my first finger. This in itself is an F minor chord, okay, so we have with the note of F there, okay, it sounds like F minor, okay. From there, we take the next 3 strings, okay, from here, the 1st fret 2nd string, 1st fret 3rd string, 3rd fret 4th string, okay. I have another F minor chord, an F minor triad. Okay, so I have an F minor triad here. There's F minor. Okay. I also have, we carry on, with the shape here, I've got this E minor shape, which we can see. Here's my E minor chord, okay, moved up 1 fret. So this guy here, okay, and carried over to here, okay, also gives me an F minor triad. So I have F minor, F minor, F minor, okay, and then finally I have an F bar chord, an F5 chord with the root, the 5th, and the root. F power chord or F bar chord, okay. So here's my F minor chord again. F minor triad, F minor triad, F minor triad, F power chord. So the last bar chord we'll look at in this series is the B major bar chord played here, okay? And this shape is played with the 1st finger, barring all the strings on the 2nd fret, the 2nd finger playing here on the 4th fret of the 4th string, 3rd finger playing 4th fret 3rd string, little finger, 4th finger playing the 4th fret 2nd string. Okay, that's our B major bar chord, okay, and I'm barring all 6 strings, but I'm targeting the note I'm playing from is this guy here, the 2nd fret on the 5th string for the note of B, which is my root note. Okay, I just find it easier to bar all 6 strings as opposed to sort of pull my hand down a little bit and try and get just there, okay. But I'm not playing the 6th string, I'm playing from the 5th string down, targeting this as the root, okay. Now the first thing we can see from this is this shape should look familiar to us, okay, because this shape is the same as our A major shape, which played down here, okay. So the notes we're playing here, these 3 notes here, are the same notes we play here for A major. The fingering sometimes looks different. We can play like this, we can play like this, we can play like this, or we can play like this, but either way we're holding down these, we're playing these 3 notes, okay. So it's the same thing, whereas in this A major, the root note is here, under my 3rd finger, 2nd fret 3rd string for the note of A. If I take that up 2 frets, the root note of B falls here under the 3rd finger on the 4th fret 3rd string. There's my B note, and there's my bar. Okay, so let's dig inside this bar chord and see what we find. The first thing we find is a B triad we can play on the top 3 strings using this shape. Okay, that becomes B. Okay, that's a B chord, a B triad, a 3-note chord with the root note of B found here on the 4th fret 3rd string. Okay, if we play our A shape chord here on the 4th fret, okay, we have another B triad with the B note again being here. So this is B, so we have B, B here. And then found at the bottom of the chord, we have a B power chord or a B5 chord. Here's my root note, here's the 5th, and here's the root note again. So a power chord we can either play from the root to the 5th, or we can double the root by coming over here and playing. Okay. The The key point in all these bar chords is firstly to identify the root notes we're playing from. So going through this again for the B chord, we've got this shape here, this triad. Here's my B note here. My B chord here, still the same note. Okay, my B bar chord. My root note is here, and the B5 or the B power chord, my root note is here, and could also be here under the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So that's inside the B bar chord.